Hello, and welcome to episode 503 of Prog Reviewing today. I'm talking about this one. This is another one in the Ambient series from Mr. Eno. This is Ambient 3, Day of Radiance, with Laaraji. And that's Edward Larry Gordon to you, old Larry. And this was, again, it's not a co-production. It's more Laaraji with Brian, on the faders, if you know what I mean. I put it all in the same. Put them all in the same under Eno. You file it under Eno, don't you? Really, for my sins. Again, it's released in 1980, and it's another in the Ambient series. So yes, if you don't like Ambient, you might want to move along. Now, in the previous album, we was talking about Harold Budd and Eno, Plateau of Mirror, and it was the piano. This record, now I don't know if you're familiar with Laaraji's work, he uses the zither and the hammered dulcimer, I believe. And he uses this with the looping techniques, various looping techniques, to create swathes of notes and harmonies. It's very transportative. It transports you. I find it a very interesting form of looping. It's meditative. There we go. Ooh, being serious. It's very meditative music. In fact, the tracks on this are divided into 5. There's the dance 1, 2, and 3, and meditation 1 and 2. See, so I'm kind of in the right ballpark. But yeah, you've got this kind of gamelan style rhythmic pulsing thing, and again, it's the sound, it's the layers that you get. It's layered, and it's very dense, but not dense. It's light and heavy, but it's not. It's hard to explain it if you because he doesn't play it like you'd play the zither. He strikes it with some beaters, and and it's just the most amazing sound. My only criticism of it is there's not a real. It's an album of the same. There's no real light and dark here. It's very much that instrumentation, and you've just kind of got to go with it. And it is very much like it, like say Eastern music is very much like the gamelan, very repetitive. Lots of notes, lots of cycling. And then the meditation one is more ambient. It slows it down at a pace. There are more spaces between the notes. A bit more meditative compared to the dance section, which of course is a bit more beaty. There's no beat, Darren. Why did you say beaty? Oh, it's so hard talking about this music. I know I moan about it, but I set myself a task here. But yeah, so whereas with the previous album, Eno's hand is on the on the rudder, and you have these washes of synth, very subtle treatments to the piano, and loops and tapes, things going on. You don't get that here. It is purely Laaraji on his own, and Brian is just in the producing role and just capturing the moment. So there is a different feel to it, So why have I got it filed under Eno? I don't know. Probably because it's the Ambient 1, 2, 3, and 4. Being anal, I have them all together in the record rack. I can't help myself. But yeah, it's certainly interesting. It's a certainly interesting record, and again, it's a very. It does hark back to Terry Riley, his tape experiments. You get a sense of that's where it's born from, but there's also, like I say, this Eastern. Riley's done it with himself in his own music. There is this kind of Eastern flavour to it as well, which makes it, again, it's a very different proposition from a Plateau of Mirror. Plateau of Mirror is light and space. This is about light as well, but it's a different kind. It's more intense. It's a different intensity. am I talking bollocks? Sometimes I think I'm talking bollocks. I really do. But I really like it, and even though it is incredibly repetitive, and in some ways it can also be abrasive. It can also kind of wear you out as well, because it's like just kind of just kind of goes on and on. I can see why you get a little bit fatigued by it. I find it fascinating. I find it amazing that someone can make this kind of music for so long. Because like one of the pieces is 80 minutes long. Doesn't need focus though. Whereas Plato Miro does say, "Hey, listen to me a bit. I do want something focused." This one doesn't. You can have this on, as background music. As the ambient music, as which it was meant to be. Banged my finger then. This one doesn't demand your attention. But if you do listen to it and you do really go, you will start to hear patterns, and it becomes quite mysterious and Eastern and stuff. I can't really go on much more about it because I don't know what else to say. But it's a really cool album again, and Laaraji's done quite a few records to explore. Again, it's all using the same technique though, so you may get a bit bored with it. You may say, "Oh well, I've heard Day of Radiance." That is a very fair criticism, because it can feel very similar. I think that's a fair criticism. I'm a sucker for it. I don't mind. I'll listen to this stuff because I'm a pretentious ponce. That's right. You got it right there at the back, sir. Right at the back. You got that right. So anyway, do check it out. Go and check it out and be mystified by it, because again, it's a mysterious one. And then we'll do the next one, which is On Land, I believe, which was released in 1982, and which is a very different album altogether. But anyway, thanks for watching. I've been talking about. I haven't given it a rating. Good one. I'm going to give this 3.5 dances out of 5. 3.5 dances out of 5. And this is the Glitter Beat release. This is the new one, which comes with you get a CD with it as well. It's a lovely pressing. I recommend it. But anyway, my name is Darren. I've been talking about Day of Radiance by Laaraji, part of the Ambient series under Eno. Thank you for watching. I have one more thing to say. Give us all your money, links in the below. I'm a cyber fame junkie, blah, blah, blah. But the most important thing is to prog on.